are you going to do in your first 100 days?
Well, of course, I'm gonna file the bills that I've discussed with the congressman na kausap ko on my way to the Senate, di ba? Kasi yun yung commitment ko sa kanila eh. Perhaps yung congressman or yung governor or yung mayor, yung mga needs nila, I'm gonna file those bills, no? Whether it's a local bill or a national of national interest bill, I'm gonna do that. And then I'm going to pull all technical people to focus on each and every bill na kailangan gawin. And then, syempre, hahanapin mo na rin yung mga kakosa mong senador doon na, tulungan mo ako rito, sa committee mo pala ito, ganyan. I mean, I'm gonna cooperate and collaborate with them. Senate working on a bill into a law is a collaboration. It's a very technical, cooperative, collaborative effort. So yun.
And last na lang, I just wanted to know your stand on some issues. Like first, yung sa yung candidate substitution. What's your stand?
Okay. I'll bring you back pre-2001. Tagal nito ba? Hindi ka pa pinapanganak nito. Kailan ka pinanganak? 82. Okay. So, 2001. In 2001, pre-2001, there is a law, a provision of the Omnibus Election Code, I think. That, for example, if I am vice mayor, or if I'm councilor pala, I run for a higher office, vice mayor or mayor or congressman, I will have to resign. Diba? So if I'm vice mayor, I run for the mayorship, I'm going to resign, which I did. I ran for mayorship in 1998. I had to resign my vice mayorship. Okay? But in some twists and turns, in 2000, year 2000 to 2001, that provision of the law was taken out. Parang binago yung batas na kahit sino, kahit na mataas yung pwesto mo, baba yung pwesto mo, if you're congressman, you want to run for Senate, you don't have to resign. If you're councilor, you want to run for vice mayor, congressman, or mayor, you don't have to resign. If you are vice president, you want to become president, you don't have to resign. By some twists and turns of good political thinking of the political thinkers at that time. Di ba? Now, fast forward, yun yung pinagsasamantalahan ng lahat. Di ba? Nawala na yun eh. Pero wari, nandun pa yun. Wala maglalakas sa loob na, parang, tumakbo ko dyan, kailangan ko mag-resign eh. Hindi siya mag-resign. Di ba? So, okay, that's number one. Number two, substitution by political party. Di ba? Okay lang naman, like in the case of 2021, the filing date was from October 1 to October 8. Pero COMELEC decided na yung substitution period should end on November 15. What for? Diba? Okay ka lang na maglagay ng extension ng substitution, siguro 1 week after October 8. Pero ano ba hinihintay natin sa November 15? Wala naman tayo hinihintay. Ganun din lang naman ang ending. At the end of the day, tignan mo na November 15. Wala na eh. Ganun din lang pala nangyari. Diba? Dinagyan mo lang ng magandang drama. Parang, shit, natakbo siya tayo. Diba? Parang, nagsama na sila. Yung mga, diba? Yung mga, sino tatakbo sa ganun to? Anong pwesto? At the end of the day, ganun din pala ending. Diba, that's why kanina, lumapit ako sa inyo, si SBG, diba, nagpalit-palit pa, November 15, ngayon, urong din pala. I mean, what's the point? Diba? So, but the other substitution is yung by surname. Substitution by surname can happen until the noon time of election day. Kasi, along the way, na-incapacitate yung kandidato, may kasakit, nadapa, napagok, na-aksidente, hinika, namatay, or pinatay, yung same surname, either kapatid, asawa, anak, pamangkin, bla bla bla, ang pwedeng pumalit sa kanya. By virtue of the fact that, two facts. Number one, na-print na yung balota, hindi na yung pangalan niya. Whether he is popular or not, nandun na yun. Number one. Number two, kahit na halimbawa manual pa rin tayo, you're giving that is disenfranchising the person who died. So kailangan lang yun, meron siyang kapalit. So tatlo yung binanggit ko doon sa question mo, yung the law that says if you run for public office, you will have to resign. Higher public office, you will have to resign. Nawala yun. Number two, extension of substitution. Why prolong when you can actually do it in just 1 week? Because at the end of the day, ganun din pala ending. And then number three, yung substitution by name. Tama lang din yun. Tama lang din.
And second, sir, how about on West Philippines?
Well, what's ours is ours, di ba? Before the 2016 ruling of The Hague, doon sa UNCLOS, the United Nations Convention's Law of the Sea, walang clear. Ibig sabihin, walang alam yung tao, yung Filipino, hanggang saan nga ba tayo? Ano ba yung meets and bounds ng Pilipinas? Ano ba yung exclusive economic zone? Until inilaban ni Presidente Noy sa Hague, nanalo ang Pilipinas. Although it's not enforceable dahil wala namang pulis yung United Nations to enforce it. Diba? But at least, what is important there is that nakita na natin yung meets and bounds natin. In fact, yung decision na yun is also being held onto by other ASEAN countries who are claimants to the disputed islands of the Spratlys. Well, Spratlys, may iba dyan na bahagi nila like Malaysia, Vietnam, di ba? Tayo, konti lang naman yata. But the point being is that at least malinaw na yun. It's a landmark decision by the Hague, no, for in favor of the Philippines. So what's ours is ours. We should protect it. You know, the reason why the Chinese are imposing the 9-dash line, dun sa, di ba, 9-dash line, di ba? Is because that's the source of their protein. Protein pa yung nakukuha sa isda. Sa seafoods, protein, you know? They're feeding 1.3 billion Chinese people. Ito ang source ng kanilang protein. And calcium siguro, isasabi nito. So tayo naman, okay lang kumuha kayo dyan, pero territory nyo dito sa amin. Kasi meron kami exclusive use ng economic zone namin as enshrined in the UNCLOS and as decided upon by the Hague. Diba? Second, we are an archipelagic country. We mine or we fish in our internal waters. Pero scarce yan, di ba? And then we cannot really just fish along the Pacific coast. Kaya rin naman, pero it will take a while. Yet, you know, we are so that's number one. Number two, we are a maritime country. We are a very maritime country. Lahat ng mga marino natin, ang gagaling sa ibang bansa. We're top 5 in global shipbuilding industry, I think, globally. But if we are top 5 globally in the shipping industry, why can't we build our own ships for internal use? Ba't kailangan natin bumili ng mga frigates at saka mga barko from outside the country, South Korea, France, para sa mga Coast Guard at Navy natin? Internal use natin yun, and maritime police. Ba't di tayo gumawa yung mga shipbuilders natin na for every one ship that you will build, please build 10 for us for our internal use, and then the government will give you tax incentives. So kung bawat 10 malalaking barko ang itatayo ng 4 top shipbuilding companies sa Pilipinas, bawat isa doon shipbuilding is 10, 40 malalaki. Diba? Eh di meron ko ngayon 400 na maliliit na gawa sa Pilipinas para sa internal waters, internal security ng Pilipinas. Ibigay mo sa Maritime Police, ibigay mo sa Coast Guard, and then ibigay mo sa Navy. 400 kg yun. Kung magagawa niya in 3 years, ang 10. O, edi, meron kong agad 400 dito. Ang unang bias doon, pinalalakas mo yung shipbuilding industry mo. Number 2, yung mga maggagawa, hindi na kailangan lumabas, nandito na lang. Number 3, pinalakas mo pa yung internal security mo on seas, internal waters mo. Number 4, hindi ganun kalaking dollars ang nilalabas mo para bumili ng gamit. At least yung pera mo, dito na umiikot. Kung bibili ka man, radar, etc., yun na lang bibili mo, ilalagay mo rito. So that's not so much dollars na lalabas ng Pilipinas. Kasi kung bibili ka ng isang malaking barko o ilang frigates, that's X number of dollars na ilalabas mo outside of the country. Pero kung dito mo gagawin yan, ito lang mga kapira-piraso na ito ang bibilin mo, then konti lang dollars na ilalabas mo. We are a maritime expert. Tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, I'm supposed to meet one big shipbuilding engineer, maritime engineer. Kaya lang, hindi siya umubra, and I'll be in Tarlac, Pangasinan on the day after tomorrow. So, but you know, that's my advocacy. That's why when I got to Cebu the other day, ando yung isang shipbuilding. One of the top 4 shipbuilding industry, car corporation nandun. Sa Malamban, Municipality of Malamban. For export lahat ng ginagawa natin doon. Eh okay lang naman yung for export, pero dapat tayo naman tayo para sa bansa natin. Mahalin naman natin yung bansa natin. Di ba? So yun yung aking pwedeng sabihin doon sa question.
And last na lang.
Mayroon ka bang feedback Senator, sa mga dokumento na yung mga artistang tumatakbo sa politika? Kasi parang ang dami na rin ngayon eh. Hindi lang sa lower level, hindi sa taas. Ano reaction mo?
Ako, I'm all for it eh. Kung kakandidato sila, I'm all for it. Marami, di ba? Like, EJ Falcon yata, tatakbo
Yes, EJ.
Vice Governor na
Mindoro,
di ba? Na under my good friend, Bons Dolo, who is the governor there, di ba? I think Angelo De Leon, Councilor for Pasig. Bobby Andrews dito sa Quezon City. Aiko is comebacking as Councilor. Arjo for Congress. I mean, okay lang naman yun. I mean, that is their right. That's everybody's right. What is important is, of course, number 1, their heart to serve. Their purpose of running for public office is for them to serve. Not to gain power, but to serve. I mean, service talaga. And then number 2, be prepared to serve. Ibig sabihin, hindi ka pwede pumasok dyan ng, ano gagawin natin dito? Hindi pwede. Dapat pag pumasok mo dyan, alam mo yung gagawin mo. Na kaya mong, you can move, you can legislate, you can be an executive because you are prepared for it. So yun, I guess yung like for example, ako, in my case, isa sa mga advocacies ko is the LGBTQI community. Diba? Kasi when I was in Quezon City, I think if we are not the first, we're among the top 5 na nag-introduce ng Pride Council sa local government. At saka multi-sectoral na Pride Council to, hindi yung basta Pride Council lang. So, and then we introduced the Pink Film Festival. Ewan ko na nga po Pink Film Festival, di ba? Kaya lang parang medyo may pagka-wild yata yung mga palabas sa Pink Festival niya.
Super pink.
Super pink, di ba? So, I mean, and many other advocacies like, yun nga, binanggit ko kanina, yung HIV, di ba? And I think, you know, I'm also an advocate of same-sex marriage, pero you cannot do that in the country today. But I was pushing for it in the sense na kailangan partnership. I talked to, when we were working on the SOGI ordinance in Quezon City. Quezon City is one of those, if not the first, local government na nag-approve ng SOGI bill, ordinance. So you can get a copy there. I signed that ordinance. So parang when we were discussing that, nakausap namin yung mga abogado, we're talking about same-sex marriage. And then, syempre, hindi aabot doon. Kasama namin sa kwentuhan doon, sa consultation, si Geraldine Roman. Di ba? So, you know, parang ang concern kasi ng couple, meaning lesbians and gays and perhaps trannies, and you know, ang concern is that they've accumulated so much property, and then there's no law that protects them. But if one of any of the couple passes on, immediately that property that he owns or he procured or she did own will go to the family. So, ang next best step, sabi ko, na pwede is partnership. Diba? So, parang ritual lang yung marriage. Ritual lang, diba? Pero kontrata talaga yun between two people na, okay, lahat ng bibili natin ay pag-aari nating dalawa. Yun lang naman ibig sabihin nun eh. So, binili natin TV, pag nawala ako sa'yo yan. Pirmahan kayo. Di ba meron there such things as business as partnership? Di ba? So, gano'n. Pero yung ritual, yung ako yung mayor dapat, panahon nila ako mayor eh. O, tinatanggap ko ba ang kasunduan ito? Ang sasagot lang ng isa, opo, tinatanggap ko po. Di parang kinakasal na rin kayo nun. Di ba? Do you agree with this? Yes, I do. Tapos nagtitingin na to, I do. Di ba? Parang kala mo kinakasal na kayo. But it's just a ritual. The more important thing there is the document of partnership. Because number one, we are a very RC, Roman Catholic, a very Christian country. No? Not just RC, but born again, and other religious denominations. Second, we are liberal, but we really are quite conservative as we go older. Really conservative tayo, di ba? At when we were young, well, I guess in my case, liberal ako, ganyan. But as I grew much older, I became conservative. So we are still predominantly a very conservative society, though we are a very young society. And then, there are two laws that you cannot break. The Constitution says marriage is between man and woman. And then you have the family code, di ba? The words union and marriage in both laws are quite intertwined. So, you cannot use that word marriage and union. So, I go for partnership. Ako, advocate that sa lahat ng LGBTQ. Magpirmahan na kayo, habang buhay. Tapos, kung maghihiwalay kayo, edi, pag naghiwalay tayo, di tayo nagkatuluyan, edi sige, tsaka natin i-conjugal ngayon yan. Kaya nga naman tinawag ng conjugal, pinagsama ninyo yung inyo eh, di ba? O di pag-hiwalay kayo, di kayo nagkasya ito, nahuli mo siyang merong hawak na sa iba. Ano niya? Bakit iba yung nasa kamay mo? Hindi, sing-sing. Iba yung nasa kamay mong sing-sing.
Share pa rin pa rin.
Share pa rin. Share pa rin ba? Eh di, pag-usapan nyo sa transitory provision ng contract ng partnership ninyo na hiwalay tayo, yung sa'yo, yung sa'kin. Diba? I mean, again, that's how I look at it. And in fact, that information that I'm telling you came from the lawyer na lesbian na kausap ko. Na because we cannot use the word union and marriage, and we are conservative, and we're dominantly Christian, we will opt to use the word partnership than union and marriage. Yun yung and that protects ngayon the interest of the couple as individuals. Diba? So ako, I'm all for it, LGBTQ. Ang dami kong kilalang LGBTQ since I was 10, since I started my life in the entertainment industry, and up to now. Yung Sochi Bill. Yung Sochi Ordinance. Pero yung partnership hindi. Kasi nga, wala. huminto na kami sa ganung klaseng conversation. Kasi nga hindi nga pwede yung union tsaka marriage.
Pero may nagano'n ka na.
Dapat gagawin ko yun. So, kinuwento ko kay Pinoy. Nung nasa Alfredos kami, kasama namin yung ibang team. Kasi election yun eh. Sabi sa akin ko, sabi ko, Mr. President, dito, bala kong gawin. Sabi ko, uy, ingat ka dyan. Doon ko natutunan naman sa kanya na we are dominantly first. It's going to affect you. So sabi ko, oo nga, no? So, okay. So, we are a young country, young society, but we have
Violation.